Do you ever get to a stage where you think, oh, I've got creative block, I just haven't got a clue what to make? Well, that happens to me all the time. And often people say, well, how do you get your ideas to do different videos every week? And this is one of the methods I do. I've just been around my studio and I've picked up a load of random things. I've picked up some ribbons, some bows, some stencils, some stickers, some paper mache pieces that I've molded and kept in a pot because I keep everything, some glitter, some chameleon powders, some chrome powders, and some little mold. What I'm going to do is just spend an hour playing around with these things to see what I can make, and then that will give me some ideas. I've also got some different coloured wires that I think might be useful, so therefore I can just play around and that'll give me some inspiration, and it'll also get my creative juices flowing. I like these little tiny molds, and I do often find it difficult to find a use for them. So what I'm going to do is, to start with, I'm going to cast some of the one, I particularly like that fish one. Using some UV resin, I'm going to cast some of these molds. Now I'm going to cast these probably all in a pale white colour, because then I can always colour them up afterwards. And I'm going to be using the coloured UV resin because I know that this is going to cure really well. And all that is a case of just filling these moulds up. This is why if you've got any resin left over, it's often useful to put things in these little moulds first rather than chuck it away and let them cure up with epoxy resin, and then you get like a little stash of these things. So I'm going to carry on filling those up, and then I'm going to cure them up. And while they're curing, what I'm going to do is play around with some of this wire and make some shapes. I've got different wires here, cut some flat like this, and some is just a normal round wire. And on this flat one, I think it would be fun to make it loopy, a bit like myself, really. So all I'm using is these pliers here, popping them in there, and then putting some loops into them. And I'm not keeping them all the same size. I'm just moving them around this like that until I've got enough and I'm happy and I can use it in some of the designs. So I've got my wire all now mixed up into some different shapes, and I've done some different colours. I've also got these all cured up lovely. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to paint over some of this gilding glue on them and let that dry, because I want to cover them with some chameleon powders or some chrome powders, and that way I know it will definitely stick to them and you get a much better finish. You don't need an awful lot, just a little bit will go a long way on these. And you know when it's dry because it goes completely clear. It only takes about 5 minutes to dry, and then it remains sticky and your stuff will stick to it lovely. I've got my chrome powder and these are dry. What I can do is start putting this on here. Now, using the glue really makes a difference here. As you can see, it sticks to it beautifully, where it doesn't stick directly to resin very well if you're not using the glue. It allows you to burnish the chrome powders so you get a great shine on them. If you've missed any bits like I have there, go over that with some more glue and reapply. It works really well by doing that. Or you can leave them as highlights. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do some of them with the chrome powders and some with chameleon powders, and probably some with chameleon flakes. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with them next. All my bits are now covered and I'm ready to start my little bits of jewellery. Quickly give my moulds a bit of a wipe over with a baby wipe, just in case there's any dust or bits in there that I don't want. Where would we be without our wipes? And give that a bit of a dry. Now, everything I'm going to do with these is going to be in reverse, because I'm using the base of these moulds as the front of the pendants. So first thing I'm going to do is use my low viscosity UV resin and put a little layer in here first, in all the moulds that I'm going to be using. I don't want a thick layer, because these you need to cure up in layers. Because UV resin, you don't want to do it too thick, and you want to be able, want to cure it up in layers. And the reason I'm using the low viscosity one is I want it to be able to spread out really well first and be flat. I don't want it to have a dome to it. You could do this with epoxy if you wanted to. It would just take longer because you've got to wait for each one to cure. Big thank you to all my members whose names are coming up now. The membership is a great little group, especially if you're a beginner or you've got problems with your resin or you need to ask questions about something, or if you've made something and you want feedback. It is a wonderful, supportive group. There is never any nastiness in that group whatsoever. And now I've got the resin in there that I want to be in. I'm bursting any bubbles that I've squeezed in there. I want to try and have this as bubble free as possible before I do the next stage. And the next stage is to put my embellishments in where I want them. And now before I do anything else, I'm also going to go over this one more time and get rid of any of the bubbles that are in here that I may have put in by putting these in. And now cure them up. They're all nicely cured up now. What I'm going to do is put a little bit more of the resin in. Don't need much. Small amount for my next layer. Very fine layer over the whole thing on each one. And once again, I'm going to just quickly go over this and burst any bubbles I've added to it. And now this is where I'm going to put my wire. So I'm going to measure my wire so it goes right to the edge. There we go. And I'm going to finish off putting different bits of wire throughout all of these. I've got my wire in there now. What I'm going to do is cure this up for 3 minutes. So that wire is all nice and secure. Well, they're cured enough. Now what I'm going to be using is the glittered UV resin. And I'm not putting that straight onto here. How I'm going to do that is by taking a little micro brush and then putting that around. Because I want to be able to do a variety of colours here. So I'm putting a bit of blue here around the edge. And then I'm going to put a bit of the brown around everywhere. And finish everywhere off in that brown. I will do the other ones in different colours, a different combination of colours and different patterns, but I'll be using the same sort of effect. And once I'm happy with that, I can then cure that up. Now they're lovely and cured, what I can do is start putting my lace onto these. And this is just the adhesive lace that you can get. I'm not going to put it on all of them. And like I said, this is just to get my juices flowing. I really don't know how some of these are going to turn out or what they're going to look like. But it's just to get my creativity flowing. And that should stick on there. No problem at all. Yeah, I think I'm not going to put it on any of the others. I'm just going to put it on that one to see how it comes out. And now my next thing is cover the back of these with a little bit of mica powder. And I'm using a dark mica powder. So I'm using black here. I don't want it to be too solid, but what I want it to be is a little bit darker. And go around them all and put this dark colour on. Now, I was going to try using a stencil on these, but I need quite a flat area. And I've just done a video on using stencils. And that has come out really, really well. So check that one out. I'll link it at the end of this one. And it's a great way of giving an uplift to your jewellery. So now this is where I'm going to swap over. Now, if you haven't got the high viscosity resin, it doesn't matter. Carry on using your low viscosity resin. But this is just that little bit thicker and gives a better dome effect as well. So I'm going to fill these up now until they are up to or at least level with the wire that I've put in or the embellishment that I've put in. While they're curing, what I'm going to do is I've got these charms. I use them all the time in jewelry. I'm not going to use the loops, so I'm taking those off using my wire cutters. And also, I don't want them to be silver either, so I'm going to change the colour of these, and that is fairly easy to do. I will link everything I use in the description below. If you want to get hold of anything, then it will make it easy. So I'm going to change these using the chrome powders. All I'm doing is painting some of this gilding glue on these and letting that dry, and then once that's dry, I can then brush on chrome powders and change the colours. So these are all cured now and I can take them out. Oh, and they're looking really, really pretty so far. And I've got my little charms all made or all covered. And what I'm going to do is stick these charms onto these pieces. So there we go. I mean, I love how they've come out. Look at that. I think that is so pretty. And that one as well. In fact, I think they're all really, really pretty. So what I'm going to do is use a little bit of 5-minute epoxy to glue those charms down. And you need to use 5-minute epoxy. You can't use UV resin because it won't get underneath it to be able to cure it up. So it'll stay uncured. 5-minute epoxy will work really, really quickly. You don't need much. You need to mix it up, and literally within 5 or 6 minutes, it is nice and cured and goes hard. And it sticks resin to resin. Amazing. And it sticks other things to resin really, really well. I'm going to carry on. I'll finish off sticking these charms on, and then I'll show you how I'm going to finish these off. Well, I've finished those now, and I'm really, really pleased with how they've come out. They're so pretty. And I've learned an awful lot, and I feel very creative now as well. So I'll be able to get on and do some other things. And this has given me lots of ideas of different things that I can do. The fish and the leaf one is absolutely my favourite. Like most of my pendants, I will finish them off using these clip bails. They really finish them off nicely and give that just extra lift to them. So let me know in the comments below what you do if you're stuck and you've got a creative block. I'd love to know. Also, let me know if this has helped. Just take stuff random around you and make something. Just the act of making something and getting in that zone really does help. Don't forget to check out the video that I've got coming up next. I mentioned it earlier. If you want to use stencils in your resin, it is so easy and gives you a great result. Boot that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.